Hello, welcome back to At Home with Dia. I'm Dia, an interior designer and home stylist with a passion for creating elegant yet practical spaces that work with any budget. If you're looking for easy ways to add festive touches to your home or just looking for holiday decorating inspiration, then you're in the right place. In today's video, I will share some easy DIYs and some stunning tray arrangements to add that effortless holiday charm to your space. So if you're ready to be inspired to create some beautiful holiday arrangements, stick around. For this tray arrangement, I'm using a dark metal tray, and I'll lighten things up with the items that I put into it. I'll use a white vase with some cedar stems from Target. Then I have these reindeer. Now I put a gold ribbon and a little bell on this one, mainly because I want to tie in some of the gold accents that I'll be introducing. I'll bring his sister in. Let's angle her like that a little bit, so they're hanging out together. Next, see how the gold picks up on this little candle dish? We'll put that right there. And the white candle picks up the white vase color. Now, let's bring in a little bit of green down to the bottom. See how I'm going to use a little bit of green, some of the silver to pick up the color of the reindeer, gold ornaments to pick up the gold, and some of this shimmery white just to tie everything in. I simply put that there, basically to keep my large ornament from moving around. And then I just add a few little accent ornaments. These ones, I created a little bundle by doing threading floral wire and then twisting them together. And there you have an easy tray arrangement that you can use on your kitchen island, or you can even put it on a console or in the middle of your dining table. So here's another easy tray arrangement. This is a nicely sized wood tray, and I happen to have this spare wreath which fits perfectly. I'm going to use some thrifted candle holders. These were actually black, and I used some rub and buff, and I turned them into this kind of aged gold. I will also use some gold picks and some candles, plus some ornament. I group 3 ornaments, two different textured gold ones and a red one, and I use floral wire to group them together, twist it, and then attach them to the branch. You could hot glue them, but since I want to be able to easily reuse my wreaths, I prefer to either use floral wire or just plop them in like that. So since we did that there, I'm going to go over to the opposite side. So here we go again, another little 3 cluster. I just twist it once and then come in and attach it to one of the little branches here. See? And then we have another one coming right across. Normally I would actually put these on floral wire and then attach them, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to plop them in there so you get an idea. So I put one there, and then I plop a gold one there, and then another one there. Now these are from Hobby Lobby. They normally come in 3 stems. So what I've done is separated a few of them. So I will use a set of 2 and kind of tuck it in there. Okay. Then another double one. And come in and kind of tuck it underneath. There's another one. And I try to go in the direction of the wreath. So the wreath goes this way, I'm going to put the stems that way too. Now, as I said, I cut them up. So I've got 4 double ones, and I cut the single ones, and I pop those in between. Put your candle holders, tuck them in like that, and like that. Then pull some of these branches in to kind of fill in that gap. These are remote control. And just like that, you have a beautiful centerpiece, kitchen island decoration, or even on a console. For this arrangement, I have this metal rectangular tray with handles, and I'm using 2 Norfolk pine stems and 2 of these stems that I got from Hobby Lobby that already have the pine cones, and they also have a combination of evergreen, cedar, and pine. I'm also using a cedar wreath. This is a 12-inch wreath that I got from Target. Next, I'm using these beautiful iridescent, kind of coppery rose gold ornaments. Some shimmery gold picks that I've deconstructed. Basically, these were bigger and I kind of chopped them up so they're shorter. A thrifted clear glass vase. I think I only paid about $3 for this, and I use it over and over every year. And I'm using a pillar candle. Here I have some muted gold pebbles. So first off, we've got the Norfolk pine. I'm using it basically like a background layer. Trails off a little bit off the tray. Doing the same thing with this other one, but I'm doing it in the opposite direction. See, I've curved it a little bit. You'll see why in a minute. I do the same with these, but this time I am going to do it in the opposite direction. This is perfect to go right in the middle to kind of nestle between those. And of course, I'll adjust the branches to hide some of those stems. Twist it a bit, because we don't want them bunched up, we want them a little bit loose. And then see, and we come around and we kind of nestle them into this right here. And of course, if we're going to be moving this, we need to attach it. So I see a few little bald spots that could use some more pine cones. So we'll put one right here. Maybe right there. See? And maybe another one right here. Where I'm going to put this, it's basically going to be visible from both sides. So I want to make sure that it looks good from all angles. Next, we'll take these and kind of tack them in there. So here we have a nice deep wooden rectangular tray. Has a very rustic feel to it. So I'm going to play up on that using a lot of pine cones. But of course, we have to introduce a little bit of shimmer. It's Christmas after all. And I'm actually using a 6-foot garland as a filler, some thrifted glass vases, of course, pillar candles, and my secret weapon. So I take the garland and I just basically push it in there. This one's a nice thick one. I believe I got this one from Walmart. I love the fact that it's so full. And of course, you can use it to kind of trail off the tray a bit. If you don't have a garland that is this thick, you can use a simple one and then just come back in and add a few extra stems just to help kind of make it look fuller and trail off your tray. Here's a little hack for you. These are thrifted glass vases that I got a while ago. Ideally, I want to put 2 of the same, but I want this to be taller. So I did 2 things. I put a little bit of Epsom salt here just to give my shorter candles a little bit of height. Looks kind of weird. And even though I'm using a taller candle, it just doesn't look right. This ideally should be a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this ice cream bowl and I'm going to use museum wax. Just put a little bit of a blob there. You have a taller hurricane. I'm going to use some pine cones to fill in this gap here, but also to accent the garland a little bit. Okay, so now let's bring in the shimmer. There's no particular way of putting this. You just put it the way you feel it looks right. Perfect arrangement as a centerpiece on a dining table, on a console, on an island. The possibilities are endless. So here I have the Norfolk pine. I bent it so its extra stem basically is hiding underneath, and I'll lay it down to act a little bit like a blanket on the tray. I do lift some of the stems up to just give it a little bit more dimension and movement, so it's not completely flat on the tray. And of course, later on when we introduce the other items, you'll see why I've done this. Now because I'm playing on colors, see the colors of the pine cones, I try to mimic colors on my arrangements. This is a velvet little bow that I put on a piece of ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this to tie it, a simple little knot here. We will take care of this in a minute. For the time being, let's just move it out of the way. We'll use the bottle brush trees. Open this up a bit like this, just so I can plop it here. See, we're balancing the height of this with something a little bit lower, but still interesting. Let me just fluff this up a bit. See how it's kind of cradled in the branches? Next, we'll bring some shimmer, but you notice the color of these matches this, so it kind of carries this color over to the other side of the tray. There. Then I come in with some of these pine cones. Just put this there. Basically, I'm filling in some of the bold spots. Let's put one there and there. Okay, let me stand back, look at it. Let's put a little baby one right there. Remember that ribbon? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist them a bit like that. And just let them kind of drop out casually. So here it is, with one stem, a candle, some random little pine cones, some leftover ribbon, and some leftover picks. And of course, let's not forget the star of the show, the bottle brush trees. We have a cute little arrangement. So here is an interesting way to decorate a cheese dome. I could use it for cheese, but I'm going to choose to decorate it for Christmas. I'm going to use some fairy lights. This was a $5 purchase from Target. Then I'm going to use some green moss. I'm going to lay it on to hide the fairy lights. But because this is like a very airy kind of moss, I try to pull it apart. You'll still be able to see the fairy lights through it, and gives that kind of whimsical look to this little arrangement. Then we'll put some pine cones. We'll put one right there. So I'm balancing these three with the height of the candle. This one acts like a little accent. And then I'm taking these little shimmery picks. Basically just tap them in like that. Turn it on. With a little bit of moss, some fairy lights, a few little berries, pine cones, and a flameless candle, you have a cute little arrangement. I hope these ideas sparked inspiration and give you simple ways that you can add that festive elegance into your home. Which of these arrangements would you like in your home? Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. There's so much more interior design tips and decorating ideas heading your way. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post future videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.